Welcome back in. Well, it is summer break, and that means kids are spending more time away from teachers and others who may be trained in CPR. And that's why the American Heart Association is encouraging families to learn that potentially life-saving skill. Tim Lewis and Jordyn Rath are here this afternoon to teach us how to get in the know and help us save lives maybe someday. Thanks for being here today. Let's start with the fact that it's really hot outside right now.
It is hot outside.
I was mentioning earlier, my daughter was playing at t-ball this morning, and she got a little overheated, and you never know when you might be in a situation like that. You're at the playground or at the ball field or wherever you may be. You might need to jump in and take some action. So let's talk about a little bit about the hands-only CPR.
Absolutely. So I work for the American Heart Association, and our mission is to be a relentless force for a world of longer, healthier lives. And we want to do anything we can and everything we can for everyone to live a longer and healthier life. And one thing that's a problem is that too many people are having cardiac arrest. Yeah. Cardiac arrest is when the heart stops beating, and that's the problem, is that more than 350,000 Americans every year go into cardiac arrest. The survival rate is approximately 10%. The problem is that the solution is CPR. So we know that performing CPR is something that can double or even triple a person's chance of survival. And to your point, that it is hot outside, and CPR is something that's important for all people to know, not just medical professionals, but hands-on CPR is something that all people can know and perform and use to be a lifesaver. We want to turn a nation of bystanders into a nation of lifesavers.
Yeah, because I think some people might be nervous. They might say, what if I do something wrong? But you're the expert here. You brought some guys to show us how, I guess, easy it can be for someone to perform.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's a simple skill. I think it seems daunting, right, when you see somebody down and you're nervous to approach them, but we're here to explain why it's not so scary, and you intervening actually, again, doubles and triples their percentage of surviving outside of the hospital. And
it's important to know that any CPR is better than no CPR. And that CPR is something we don't want to rely only on medical professionals and in EMS to do. It's something that all people can do, because most cardiac arrests happen outside of a hospital, and we all need to be a part of a link in the chain of survival.
And time is of the essence too.
Absolutely.
So we need to get on that right away, call 911, be doing this while we're waiting for the experts to come. Okay, so you brought some to show us here.
Yeah, we've got some mannequins here.
Let's go ahead and get into them. Maybe I can help you right along with this. We'll see if we can get this in a good spot here. Okay, so we each have a guy, right?
We all have a mannequin we can use to perform.
And I think with CPR too, it used to be the mouth-to-mouth thing, and people got freaked out about that whole thing. And so that's why you guys are just saying, don't worry about that. Just go hands-only, yeah?
For teens and adults, we say that hands-only CPR is as effective as CPR with rescue breaths within the first few minutes. And so that's really important to there are really 2 steps to hands-only CPR, and Jordyn's going to demonstrate them. Step 1 is call 911. Step 2 is push hard and fast in the center of the chest, approximately 100 to 120 beats per minute.
So sing the song, right?
Yes.
You can, staying alive. So the important piece is making sure we know where we're pushing right and how we're pushing. So we always tell people, right hand or left hand over right, whatever you prefer, okay? We're using this hard part of our palm, okay? We're gonna find the middle of the chest, so it's called your sternum, this bony part right here, so right in the center. Make sure your arms are locked out, okay? Typically, you want to do this on the ground.
Not on top of a table.
Yep. So we're going to lean over, okay? And we're going to use our body weight to help push straight down, okay? On these guys, you're going to hear a click when you go straight down, okay? And you're going to push hard, and you're going to push fast. And as Tim said, we're trying to go 100 to 120 beats per minute. Yeah. So again,
but that's why more and more people should know how to do this, because maybe you need a break and then you got to get somebody else to take over, and they could switch and do all that. Now, another concern is that people are going to go, well, I'm going to break their ribs, or I'm going to hurt them.
And you might, but there's bystander laws, right? You saving their life is way more valuable than them passing away because of, no intervention at all. They can recover from a broken sternum or a broken rib, right? They can't come back if they're dead.
And there are Good Samaritan laws that make sure that everyone is safe to perform CPR.
Okay, so it's just, as easy as that kind of. Okay, so if people want to learn how to do this, I'm going to sit back down. That is a little bit of work, but you could save someone's life. I imagine adrenaline and things like that help you as well.
And again, there are 2 steps that we say to follow. Step 1 is call 911. Step 2 is to push hard and fast in the center of the chest, approximately 100, 120 beats per minute. But in step 1, when you call 911, the dispatcher from the EMS, they're actually going to walk you through the steps of doing hands-on knee CPR.
Okay.
So they're going to walk with you. So that's why it's so important to call them right away. And as soon as you call, they're going to dispatch the ambulance to be able to come. The medic will be on its way. But the statistics say that for every person who goes into cardiac arrest, for every minute they don't receive CPR, their chances of survival decrease by 10%. So that's why time is of the essence. And that's why we all need to know hands-on CPR. So everyone everywhere knows how to save a life.
Yeah, jump in when that time inevitably may come. So people can also learn more, I imagine, on your website if they want to maybe watch a video, something like that?
Yes, absolutely. We have a campaign we're promoting right now called the Nation of Lifesavers, where we want to turn all bystanders into lifesavers. And there are resources on there. If you go to heart.org/nation, that's a website where you can see demonstrations of hands-on CPR and resources and why it's so important for everyone everywhere to know.
Very good. Folks, thanks for being here today. And again, maybe you're like, yep, now's the time. I need to do it. And that's exactly what we hope for. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Yep.